it's been a little over a week since we've all been forced to work from home, and I know that it can be a little bit stressful for some, especially those who have children. I give you kudos and props for being able to do everything right now. Hi, Jennifer. Um, and kudos to you for being here today, for taking a little bit of time out for yourself to practice some yoga. Today we're going to be doing an all levels practice, and we'll be getting a little bit of burn in the legs mostly, but I'll try to get into the shoulders as well. Of course, we'll get some twisting, and I'll give you a little bit of a challenge that I think most of you will be up for. Just to let you know, I will be facing sideways throughout some of the practice, and I recommend that you mirror me. And what that means is that if I'm facing my left, you're facing, I believe you're facing your right throughout the practice, so that when you're facing the phone or your laptop, we're facing each other. Make sense? All right, everybody, let's go ahead and get started in child's pose. Take your knees as wide as your mat and sit your hips to your heels. Go ahead and walk your hands to the top of your mat. Inhale, shrug your shoulders towards your ears, and exhale, lower your torso all the way down. Go ahead and release your forehead to the floor. I want to make sure you all can hear me, so I'm not going to do that. Take a big breath in and shrug your shoulders towards your ears. Then as you exhale, soften your shoulders down as much as you can. Relax your belly muscles. Relax the muscles of your back. Soften your shoulders. And then begin to soften the muscles of your face as well. Let's focus on your breath. Inhale, fill up your belly fully and completely. Expand your belly like a balloon. Then exhale, soften your belly. Release every last sip of breath. Again, inhale, fill up your belly, and this time also fill up your rib cage. Exhale, soften your rib cage, soften your belly. Inhale, fill up your belly and your rib cage, and open up your chest. Exhale, soften your chest, your rib cage, and your belly. Continue to inhale up the chain. Inhale, belly fills up, rib cage opens, and chest rises. Exhale, soften your chest, your rib cage, and your belly. Continue to go at your own breath's pace. Each inhale to fill up your torso. Each exhale to soften and ground. Allow yourself to stay present with your body and to arrive fully and completely on your mat with your breath. I also invite you to set an intention for today's practice, and then keep it with you as we move today. Inhale, stretch your fingertips towards the top of the mat. Lift your elbows off the floor. Exhale, rock forward onto hands and knees. Stack your wrists and shoulders and bring your knees underneath your hips. Inhale, stretch your left leg back behind you. Flex your foot so your toes aim towards the floor. Exhale, draw your left knee into your chest. Press away from the mat so you round your spine. Inhale, kick your left foot back. Exhale, draw your knee into your chest. One more time. Inhale, kick your foot back. Exhale, draw your knee into your chest. Stay for your inhale. Then exhale, walk your foot between your hands. Plant it down. You can slide your right knee back just a little bit. And if you have blocks, this is a great time to put them under your hands. If you don't worry. Hands on the floor is great. Inhale, reach your arms towards the sky. Whew, that balance. Mini back bend. Exhale, bring your hands to your blocks or to the floor and shift your hips back, round your spine. Again, inhale, press your hips forward, lift your heart, lift your arms. Exhale, touch your hands down, shift your hips back. One more time. Inhale, press your hips forward, lift your arms high. Exhale, touch your hands down either to the floor or to your blocks. Then inhale, stretch your left arm up towards the sky. Open and expand. Exhale, touch your hand to the floor or to your block. Inhale, stretch your left arm up. Open up through your chest. Exhale, release your hand down. One more time. Inhale, stretch your arm up. Exhale, touch your hand down to the floor. And inhale, lift your back knee off the mat. Exhale, step your right foot forward to meet your left and fold over your legs. Grab hold of opposite elbows and shift your weight side to side for ragdoll. See if you can shrug your shoulders from one side of the mat to the other. Let your knees bend as much as you like in this forward fold. Then inhale, pause in the center, bend your knees. Exhale, roll yourself all the way up to standing. Keep facing the side. I'm going to face forward so you can see me. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, side bend to one side. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, side bend to the second side. Let's take one more on each. Inhale, stretch your arms high. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, stretch your arms high. Exhale, side bend. Then inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. Shoulders back, heart lifts forward. Exhale, plant your hands and step both feet back. Lower your knees to the mat. Back to your tabletop position. Inhale, kick your right foot back behind you this time. Flex your foot so your toes aim towards the floor. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your chest, round your spine. Inhale, kick your foot back behind you. Remember to keep your arms long. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your chest. One more time. Inhale, kick your foot back behind you. Exhale, draw your knee in. Stay for your inhale. Then exhale, step your foot between your hands. Option to use your blocks here or keep your hands on the floor. Oh, just kidding. You're not going to keep your hands on the floor. Inhale, lift your heart, raise your arms. Exhale, touch your hands down and shift your hips back. Lengthen your right leg. Inhale, press your hips forward, lift your heart, lift your arms. Exhale, touch your hands down, shift your hips back. Inhale, shift your hips forward, raise your arms high. Exhale, plant your hands down, shift your hips back. Inhale, shift your hips forward. Either keep your hands, one hand on your block or press it to the floor. And stretch your right arm to the sky this time. Exhale, land your hand down. Inhale, open your right arm up again. Gaze towards the ceiling. Exhale, touch your hand down. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, touch your hand down. Then inhale, lift your back knee off the floor. Exhale, step your left foot forward to meet the right. Fold over your legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. Your fingertips can be on your shins or on your blocks. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Then bend your knees and shift your hips back and down. Chair pose. Remember, for your chair pose, see if you can tuck your tailbone. I'm losing my pants here. Draw your tailbone down towards the floor to lengthen your spine. If you want a little bit more in your legs, go ahead and add a gentle pulse. Keep your heart lifted. If you want a little bit more in your arms, you can either send your arms forward or reach your arms alongside your ears. And we bounce for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, draw your hands to heart center. Exhale, step your left foot towards the back of your mat. Spin your heel down so your toes are at a 45-degree angle. And square your hips to the short edge of your mat. Inhale, stretch your arms to the sky for warrior 1. Make sure that your right ankle and knee are stacked in warrior 1. Your left leg is nice and long. See if you can rotate your hips to face your right foot. Each inhale, draw your hands towards the sky, and each exhale, draw your shoulders back in together. If your arms or shoulders get tired, you can always bring your hands to your heart here to rest. We'll take one more inhale here. And then exhale, reach your hands over your feet. Turn your left foot to face the long edge of the mat. Warrior two. Yes, I know. I can already feel the burn in my legs right now. See if you can keep your shoulders down and your heart lifted. Inhale, draw your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, draw the shoulders back, lower them down towards the floor. Good. Take one more big inhale here. And as you exhale, we'll turn the left heel in towards the center, right toes slightly out. So both toes are facing the corners of your mat. Inhale, stretch your legs long, arms high. Exhale, bend your knees. Goddess pose. Many of you may know this as a sumo squat position. Toes are out, heels are in, hips down, torso long. Inhale, lift your heart towards the sky, and as you exhale, tuck your tailbone, draw your hips towards the floor. If you want a little bit more in your legs, find a gentle pulse, but make sure both heels are staying grounded. My right thigh is still burning a little bit more than the left. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale, dive down a little deeper, hands high for goddess. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, we'll bring your hands over your feet. Turn your left foot to the side and your right foot towards the camera. Bend your left knee. We're in warrior two, second side. So for warrior two, the key thing here is that your heart and your hips are facing the side wall and your fingertips reach towards the short ends of your mat. See if you can keep a deep bend in your left knee while your right leg stays nice and long. Good. Zip up your middle so you're not leaning forward, but your shoulders are staying right over your hips. Good. One more full breath here. Each exhale to ground deeper into your legs. Then inhale, turn your right foot in just a little bit. Woo! Turn your hips to face the short edge of your mat and reach your arms high. Warrior one, second side. See if you can draw your left hip back towards the wall behind you and rotate your right hip towards your belly button. With each new round of breath, remember that your fingertips reach up on that inhale, and on your exhale, turn your tummy on, draw your rib cage down. Remember that you can always rest your hands at heart center or on your hips if you prefer. One more inhale here, stretch up and back. Exhale, draw your hands to your heart, and we'll step towards the other side of your mat. Ooh, hello legs. Inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, bend your knees, sit your hips back and down for chair pose. We're on the second side of the mat, shoulders back, heart lifted. This time, let's see if you can get a little deeper in that chair pose. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, twist to your right. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your thigh and press your palms together. Big inhale, lengthen through the top of your head. Exhale, deepen your twist. Good, one more full breath here. If you'd like to, you can reach your fingertips away from each other. Inhale to the center. We'll exhale right over to the second side. Rotate to the left. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your thigh. Then press your palms together. Big inhale, lengthen through the top of your head. Exhale, deepen your twist. Your hips might start to go askew here. See if you can even them out. Option to reach your fingertips away from each other for one full breath. Big inhale. Exhale back to heart center. Then inhale, stretch your arms high. Give your legs a break. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, and stretch your arms up towards the sky. Chair pose. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Step your right foot back and spin your heel down to that 45-degree angle. Square your hips to the front of your mat, the top edge. And inhale, stretch your arms high, warrior one. Exhale, spin your toes towards the camera. Bring your hands over your feet for warrior two. Inhale, turn your right foot out, your left foot slightly in. And exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands to heart center, goddess pose. Moving to the other side, inhale, turn your left foot in, straighten your leg. Exhale, bend your right knee, hands over the horizon, warrior two. Inhale, turn your left foot in and reach your arms to the sky for warrior one. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center, step forward, bend your knees, chair pose. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, fold over your legs. We'll go back to the other side. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, touch the floor. Hips down. Inhale, stretch your arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step your left foot back and spin your heel down. Inhale, sweep your arms up for warrior one. Exhale, reach your hands over the horizon. Turn your left foot to the side. Warrior two. Inhale, arms high, toes out, heels in. Exhale, bend your knees, sit your hips down, goddess pose. Inhale, stretch your hands over the horizon. Turn your feet to the second side, warrior two. Exhale, turn your right foot in. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the short edge of your mat, warrior one. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step forward and bend your knees, chair pose. Inhale, lift your arms high, straighten your legs. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Woo! Shake it out a little bit here. Let's pause in the center with your hips and then walk your hands towards the right side of your mat. Give your lower back a nice stretch. We'll take a few breaths here. And inhale back to the left side of your mat this time. And on your next exhale, come back to the center. Turn your toes towards the long edge of the mat and come to the center of your mat. We'll step your right foot all the way to the right. Plant your hands, step your left foot all the way to the left. We've got a nice wide-legged forward fold here. And this is a great opportunity, if you have blocks, to use them. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold over your legs. You can put your forearms on your blocks, forearms on the floor, or you can play around here with a little bit of bending in one knee or the other. I like to stay nice and stable in my forward fold and just work on getting deeper. With each exhale, see if you can soften some muscles around your hips, around your belly, to allow yourself to sink a little deeper. And if you feel your neck muscles turning on, release them. Let your head sink towards the floor. Stay with your breath. Place your hands on the floor on the blocks. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your left hand, bring your right hand to your hip, and look over to the right side of the room. Option to lift your left hand off of your block to get some engagement in your core muscles, or you can keep your hand down. Also an option to reach your right arm towards the sky wherever you are in this pose. We'll take a few more rounds of breath. Big inhale to reach. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bring your left hand to your hip and rotate to the left this time. Make sure you draw your shoulders back. And if you want more here, more work in your core, lift your right hand off of the floor or other block. You can also reach your left arm up to the sky. We'll take a few more rounds of breath. Make sure to keep your back long so there's no arching. One more inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, walk your hands or your blocks to the first side that we used on the mat. You're going to spin your right foot to face the short edge. And then keep your left heel down. Square your hips towards your right foot. And inhale, lift your torso up. We'll sweep your arms to the sky on your inhale. On your exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Press your knuckles down below your hips and lift your heart. You have the option to stay here. This is warrior one with a bind. If you'd like more, inhale, lift your heart, and exhale, fold forward, humble warrior. Bring your chest to the inside of your knee and reach it towards the front edge of your mat. See if you can stay with your breath. Let your left hip rotate forward towards the front edge of the mat and your right hip rotate back. If you don't want the bind anymore, you can release your hands to your blocks. We'll take just a few more breaths here. And then inhale, sweep your arms high, lift up. Exhale, turn your toes in. Bring your hands to heart center. Whew, that feels good. Inhale, we'll turn the left foot this time towards the other side of your mat. Your right foot slightly in at that 45-degree angle. And as you exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, release your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift your heart. Option to stay here. Exhale, fold over towards the inside of your leg. Your heart pointing towards the top corner of your mat. Remember, your right hip draws forward towards your belly button, and your left hip is drawing towards the back of your mat. We'll take a few more rounds of breath here. Remember, if you'd like to, you can always release your hands. Or if you want more, bring your hands over the tops of your head. One more full breath. Then inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Face the long edge of your mat. Take a full breath in here. Good. Exhale, release it. Triangle pose. Bring your hands over the tops of your feet and turn your right foot again to face the short edge of your mat. Left foot slightly in. Inhale, reach your right arm forward. Exhale, bring your fingertips either to your block or to your shin. You can reach your left arm to the sky or take a nice little bind here. Rotate your left hip forward. We won't stay here for too long. Good, big inhale. Here, rotate your heart towards the sky. Exhale, bend your right knee. Inhale, rise up, straighten your leg. And exhale, we'll switch sides. So right foot in, left foot out. Inhale, reach your hands over your feet and slide your arm forward. Exhale, bring your left hand down, your right arm up. Spin your hip towards your belly button again. Draw your shoulders back and lift your heart. If you want it, you can take that half bind by bringing your hand behind your hip. And one more big inhale here. Exhale, bend your knee and lift all the way up. Good. Hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms high. Exhale, fold over your legs. Walk your feet in and lower down to your knees. I'm going to have you take a seat on your block. Just do a quick time check here. Whew. And I spent more time than I ever intend. There's always so much to do during a yoga practice. Go ahead and take a seat on your block. We'll inhale, let your left ear release towards your left shoulder. Shoulders back, heart lifted. We'll just stay for a few breaths, letting your neck release. Return to center, and then let your right ear come towards your right shoulder. And bring it back to the center. We'll inhale, sweep your arms high. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes, and you can rest your hands gently on your thighs if you'd like. And take a moment to reconnect with your breath. Just check in with the muscles of your body and just notice what the difference is between how you felt before practice and how you feel now. Take a moment to express gratitude to yourself for showing up on your mat and doing something amazing for your body. We'll close our practice with one full round of breath together. Bring your hands to heart center and exhale all the air from your belly. Inhale, sweep your arms high, connect your palms at the top. Exhale, release. And may your life be filled with peace, with joy, with love, and with light. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. I'll be back on Sunday morning with morning yoga flow. Hopefully we'll be able to get outside if the weather is still bright this week. Remember to invite your friends to practice with this group. And then just let them know when these yoga practices are happening. It's been such a joy to have you with me on my mat. So I will see y'all next time. Take care.